Kohala Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushua, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushua, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahushua, Kohala Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostle of Great Millstone. I want to salute my brothers, YSO, Yahushua, sanctified ones out of Nashville, Tennessee, man. I had a little short down. I wanted to kind of like do a little reading, man. You know, I'm on my break. You know, my job doesn't require me to, I guess, have a limitation of things going on, man. You know, I just wanted to kind of just go into the scriptures on, I'm on Minimum and Apocrypha, man. I'm gonna do Second Ezra chapter 13. This is when Ezra had that dream, man. So I'm gonna go Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all these things trembled that were seen under him. So that was Yahushua, man. You know, Yahushua was, you know, that turned that countenance, man. And what he says, verse 4, and whatsoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after I beheld, and lo, there was a gathering together a multitude of men. Shalom, Akia. Just doing a daily read, man. You know, just going into second Ezra, chapter 13. If you got some scripts, man, just bring it out to me, bro. Starting at Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was a gathering together a multitude of men out of a number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. Hey, Yahushua, man. They wanted to come out of the sea, talking about the topper part, man. When you do the breakdowns of the sea, and then the heavens. There's three heavens, man. Shalakia. Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. And I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, so they were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, and he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instruments of war. Verse 10. But only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest, and they were all mixed together. They blast the fire and flaming breath in the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of the innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only the dust of the smell of the smoke. And that's what the Most High was doing, man. This is a time where Ezra was seeing the dream that the Most High was, he was blasting, man, with the chariots, man. Shalakia. I'm gonna continue with chapter 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 11. Continue. Burned up every one, so that upon these things, Shalakia, brothers, Shalakia, I'm out here in the wilderness, man, where we about to be at. To fight and burn them up every one, so that upon a sudden of the innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call upon him another peaceable multitude. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry, some of them were bound. Shalakia, brothers. Start at 13 again. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were worried, some of them were bound, and others were brought, and them brought of them that were offered. Then was I sick through great fear, and I waked and said, Thou hast shewed thy servant these wonders from the beginning, and haste counted me worthy, that thou shouldest receive my prayer. Shew me now yet the interpretation of this dream, for I conceive in my understanding woe, which means destruction, man. Woe unto them that shall be left in those days, and much more woe unto them that are not left behind. And that's what Ezra was saying, man. Hey, woe to us that is left down here, man. And if you don't have the power in the name of Yahweh by Shimei Awashai, man, it's all out war, man. And plus the Most High is gonna throw the beams down on us, man. On the 2/3, man. All right. 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 15. Show me now yet the interpretation of this dream, for as I conceive in my understanding, woe unto them that shall be left in those days. That's what I was just saying. And much more woe unto them that are not left behind. For they that are left, for they that were not left were in heaviness. Now understand the things that are laid up in the lateral days, which shall happen unto them and those that are left behind. Therefore are they come into great perilous and many necessities, like as these dreams declare. That's what Ezra was saying, man. He was saying, hey, and this day that's coming up, man, when Yahweh by Shimei Awashai come back in the clouds, man, Salaki. In the clouds, man. He said what? Yet it is easier for him that is in danger to come into these things. No pass away as a cloud out of the world, and not to see the things that happen in the last days. And he answered unto me and said, the interpretation of the vision shall I shew, which means show thee, and I will open unto thee the things that thou hast required. Whereas thou hast spoken of them that are left behind, this is an interpretation. He that shall endure the peril in the time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith towards the Almighty. So hey, you gotta have that faith, man, in the works, man. Hey, that's why we come out on the highways and the byways on a daily basis, man. I'm like you on a weekly basis. Some brothers come out, once a week. Some brothers come out twice a week. It just depends, man. I'm gonna start at 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 21. The interpretation of the vision shall I shew thee, and I will open up, and I will open unto thee the thing that thou hast required, whereas thou hast spoken of them that are behind this in the interpretation. He that shall endure the perils in that time hath kept himself. They that be fallen into dangers are such as have works and faith towards the Almighty. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that are dead. Hey, that's deep right there, man. That's you can't ask. I mean, what it say? 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 24. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed than they that are dead. This is the meaning of the vision. Woo. So what he was saying, man, at the time where Yahweh Bashim Yahushua gonna come and throw out those beams, hey, he said it's better for a man to be, let me read it one more time. Know this therefore, that they which be left behind are more blessed. So the ones who are gonna be left behind in the wilderness, it's better. He's blessed. Then he said what? Then they that be dead. This is the meaning of the vision. Whereas thou sawest a man come up from the midst of the sea, the same is he whom our power Yahweh the highest have kept a great season, which by his own self deliver his creature, which is the saints, man, the 1/3. And he shall order them that are left behind, and whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came a blast of wind and fire and storm, and that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. Hey, that's gonna be all the other nations, man. All the other nations that are gonna come upon the Most High, man. The Edomites from America, the Edomites from Russia, Moab, Ishmael, every enemy, every heathen that's against the children of Israel, man, is going to be it's going to be attacking the Most High, man. I'm going to continue. Verse 26, the same is he whom our power the highest hath kept in great season, which by his own self shall deliver his creature, and he shall order them that are left behind. And whereas they sawest that out of his mouth there came a blast of wind and fire and storm, and that he held neither sword nor any instruments of war, but the rushing and of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. That the interpretation, this is the interpretation. Verse 29, behold the day come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I shew thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest a man ascending. Yahushua. Let me see. I gotta get my other. Con. Let me get my. My brother wanted the scripture. I gotta go to the other sword I was reading out of the Apocrypha, man. And this right here, I'm just freelancing, man. I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to kind of read a story on my little break, man, you know. Give me one more second. All right, I got it. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, said the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. Salakia. They will call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. So hey, that's the brother requested that, man. You know, I hope that that's what you wanted, brother. King Alfie. Salakia, that seemed like a sister. I'm sorry, Salakia. So yeah, that's that Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. When the 2/3 should be cut off. I'm gonna read it again just for her. Salakia. like a woman's picture. We never know, man. You know, it's just it's just pictures on Instagram, man. It could be a male or a female. So, but anyway, it's Israel. So I'm gonna read it again. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land, said the Lord Yahweh, two parts. It's two parts. Hey, that's them wicked. That's them wicked. That's the wicked 2/3 is out here that ain't believing in this truth, not believing that they the Israelites, man, the so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, and what we always call the speck of birds, man. The speck of birds, you are who your father is, because it's gonna be some people that look like other nations, man. It's gonna look like other nations out here, and you see it, man. You see sometimes a so-called Asian person might have a kick, and can move, might have the, you know what I'm saying, the skill like Jake, man. We don't know because Jake, just like Ephraim, just like the Lord said, Ephraim like to mix his seed, man. I'm gonna continue. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8, and continue. Two parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. So, this right here is even telling when Ezra was talking about how the Most High was coming back, how it was going to be, and then you look over here and Ezra, he was telling how it was going to be cut off, how the 2/3 was going to get cut off, and how it was better to be living than to die, man. That's beautiful. That was the spirit. And I will bring forth, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them. So that's the 2/3 is going to do what? I will bring the third part through the fire and refine them as silver is refined. Will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. And that's that scripture, you know. Hey, Thawada, he said it's a beautiful scripture. Yeah, this whole book is beautiful, man. You know, this whole book. But I just wanted to come on here for a second. You know, I always like to say a prayer, man. You know, in Hebrew, man, the Lord's Prayer. So, hey, shalom. You know, Salakia, brother, you just got on here, brother. But I was getting ready to come on. I just had a little break. I wanted to come on, but I want to say the Lord's Prayer, man. So, Abanawa, Shabbat Shamayim, Korash, Haya, Shamaka, Yahweh. Malak Wataka Ta'ab, Ratataka Haya. Ashaya Ba'a Rataza. Kawa Haya Ba'asham Ayam. Nadana Nawa Lakam Kayawam Washalat Nawa. Kawa Wath Nawa. Kashalat Nawa. Kawa Wath Yanawa. Wala. The Ba Ayawan. Banan Sa'ayawan. Abal Hawashad Nawa. Mayan, Shalaki, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Ha Malat Wath, Waha Allah, Waha Ta Araparath, La'ai Walayim, Aman. That's the Lord prayer in Hebrew. So, you know, continue to, it's that to speak in Hebrew is not difficult, but it's a way that we haven't been speaking that language for a long time, man. Just because, like, if you speak, like I have one Psalms 144:1, which is blessed be the Lord, the Most High, Most High Yahweh, my strength, that teaches my hand of war and my fingers to fight. So that's Baraka Haya Yahweh Tazawara Lamada Yada Koraba Wah Atazaba Malaka Maha Bashim Yahweh. So you know, that's one I've been practicing on for a while, man. But you know, to translate that Hebrew tongue, man, it's just a bunch of practicing going on. So with that being said, I want to give double honors to the apostle and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to salute my brothers out of YSO, Yahweh Shai, sanctified ones out of Nashville, Tennessee. Man, we're gonna continue to push this truth to the end, all the way into the death, to Israel. Hey, continue to wake up. Hey, if you come in this truth, hey, and you see someone out, man, just tell them they Israel, man. And hey, some of them may respond, some don't. If you don't, just wipe the feet off of them, man. You gotta wipe your feet. You can't allow other people to distract you and get mad at you, because you know, they don't want to come in, amen, because the Most High brings them in, man. But with that being said, call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash, Shalom Israel, Shalom.